Wasabis! This is Jirbie from Couchwasabi. So for today, I'll be sharing with you what most other YouTubers don't really talk about on YouTube. That is, what are the equipments that they use. During the time that I wanted to start in YouTube, I had a hard time searching for people sharing their equipment or tips how they started. Kasi yun naman talaga yung issue, right? How can you start with YouTube? Do you need like a super badass camera to start with your channel? What if wala akong camera? What if wala akong budget for a ring light? Can't I ever start shooting films for YouTube? Well, this video will share with you cheap gadgets that would let you start your YouTube channel. So if this is something that you would want to see, please keep watching. Okay, so if you haven't seen the part 1 of this video, I will link it up here. As a recap, in my part 1, I shared with you the things that I currently use to film my video. If you're not yet familiar with how I shoot things, I just use my Huawei P9 Plus. So, yun lang ang ginagamit ko for this entire channel. I haven't set my budget to buy a camera yet, and I'm still using my Huawei P9 to shoot most of my videos. Sometimes I use my iPhone, which is also a good camera. With my last video, I shared with you some of the equipment that I decided to prioritize. So with that, I prioritized this background stand that I'm using every time. This is so much helpful. For 2,300, I can shoot anytime just as long as there's a good natural light. So I shoot between 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock kasi after 4 o'clock medyo pangit na yung lighting. And I decided to prioritize this background over a ring light kasi with this background, I can just shoot anywhere and harness the natural light, which is more cost effective for me. Number 2, I also purchased a new laptop because I needed a new laptop to be able to edit and render my videos more efficiently. Now, the only problem with that is, nung time na sinute ko yung part 1, hindi ko pa masyado nagamit yung laptop. So, hindi ko pa siya masyado na-explore. But now, I've been using it for almost 2 months, I think. Nakita ko na yung mga in and outs niya. And I can say that if you are planning to buy a new laptop, I would highly suggest for you to get an Intel. Kasi most other video editing software, they work better with Intel. What I got is an AMD. Medyo may issue siya with Filmora. By the way, I'm using Filmora to edit my videos. So, I purchased that Filmora for $60, I think, and that's a lifetime license. So, if you're looking for a cheap editing software, I could recommend Filmora. Now that you know the basics or the basic things that I have been using, I will be sharing with you today some of the accessories that I have bought over time to make my videos more efficient. You don't have to buy everything in one go. That's what's good in YouTube. You can just work with the things that you own. Probably just prioritize buying a phone. An iPhone 5s I think is good. iPhone 6 is good. iPhone 7 is good. Or you can get a Huawei P9 or P10. That's also good in shooting your videos. Of course, Samsung is also okay. Just get a good smartphone with a good video resolution and you're set to go. Most other YouTubers started with just an iPhone. Nung nagkapera na sila, probably nung kumikita na yung channel nila, they got a Canon G7X. That's the most popular camera that most vloggers are using right now. I, on the other hand, haven't bought my camera because I still appreciate the convenience and the pocket friendliness of my phone, especially when I'm trotting it around when I have events. Medyo nahihirapan na ako dahil mayroon akong tripod and everything, blah blah blah. But anyway, going back, before anything else, now that you have your phone to shoot, the first thing that you have to buy, because this is also the first thing that I bought, is this tripod. I got this tripod for about 700 pesos. I think this is about 1,000 pesos na ngayon. This is just a cheap China tripod. Yun yung brand niya, Yunteng. And medyo may weight siya. So, you can use this with your digicam, pero hindi yata pwede yung DSLR. It's gonna be too heavy for this. But this is perfect for your mobile phone. Well, actually, this has enough weight for you to carry, I think, a little DSLR. Like your G7X would probably work with this. I will link down below where I got it. I got it from Maricel online store. So they have a Shopee store, and most of the things I have right now is galing din dun sa store na yun, because apparently they sell really cheap video gadgets. So the first thing you need is this tripod. What I like about this tripod is meron siyang Bluetooth remote na nawala during our trip in Bohol. So the Bluetooth remote helps you control your phone even at a distance. So pag start the record or pag stop the record, it helps you with that. So that's why I find it very, very useful. Okay, another reason why I recommend this Yunteng tripod is that it comes with this very useful accessory. So meron siyang mobile phone mount. Excuse Autumn for a second. Dahil gusto niya talaga dito sa video at sa harap ko talaga. Anyway, so the Yunteng tripod comes with this mobile phone attachment, which has a better build than the normal mobile phone mount that comes with your regular monopod. So, ito talaga yung selling point, and the Bluetooth remote, kaya ako binili itong Yunteng tripod. And I've been using it since. I've been really enjoying it. There's also another tripod available that's around 250 pesos, and it's called the 3110 tripod. I will also link it down below and show a picture here. I recently got that tripod and gave it to my sister because my sister is also planning to create her YouTube channel, and I wanted her to have some of the equipment to get her started. This tripod is a little lighter than this one. Obviously, this has more weight. Mas mahal kasi siya. So, you would expect mas may weight siya. That one is only 250 pesos. It's very, very cheap. And you can put your mobile phone there. Now, since that tripod is cheaper, it's also lighter. Kaya I think hindi bagay doon yung 7X. I think magiging masyado ng mabigat. But your mobile phone will work perfectly with that. Okay, aside from this tripod, I also have my favorite Archon. Ito yung lalagyan kasi gamit ko siya ngayon. Nakakabit yung phone ko ngayon. So, I'm also using this Archon mobile mount tripod when I'm shooting my vlogs or when I am in events. So, I'll be showing you a clip kung paano siya. This I got from Amazon. I will put the Amazon link down below. This is about $20 and it's very cost effective kasi wala pa akong nakitang ibang tripod na merong ganitong swivel mount for your cell phone, which is very efficient with your mobile phone via landscape format for YouTube. And if you plan to do Instagram Live or Facebook Live na you want to shoot with your phone na naka-portrait. There's no other tripod I've seen in the Philippines, at least, na may ganang swivel mount. That's why I bought it kahit na $20 siya. It's more expensive than this one. But I find it very useful and I've been using it ever since. In fact, I'm using that Archon tripod right now and in most of my videos recently kaysa dito sa tripod na to. Depending on my setup, depending on the length of the video that I needed, I use this tripod or the Archon tripod. Another gadget that you can invest is a lavalier mic. So I bought this Boya lavalier mic over at Amazon as well. This one is about $20+. I forgot na kung magkano, but I will link it down below. And what I love about this Boya lavalier mic is it's super long. Ang haba ng cord niya. And this one is very useful for me when I'm recording my voiceovers. Kasi before, nung wala pa akong mic, I have to go in a room na parang sobrang walang sound na hindi nag-echo. And I record only with my iPhone. See? Ganun ako ka-resourceful. I use my iPhone to record my voiceover. Now, I still use my phone. I use my Huawei now with this kasi this cancels out aerial noise kasi meron siyang foam. And you can also use this when you're out. For example, nasa event ka and you need a mic para mas ma-reinforce yung voice mo with your videos, you can use this. This is very useful kasi ang haba ng length ng cord niya. There's no other lavalier mic na ganito kahaba yung cord niya. That's why this is one of the best sellers in Amazon for YouTubers. Aside from the mic, you can also invest in Bluetooth remote. I have to kasi this one is for me. I use this since nawala yung remote na dito. Meron naman talaga siyang remote na wala. But buti na lang I bought this even before pa. So I've been using this to control my video recording. It's very convenient instead of you trying to reach out and stop the recording from your phone. So I have to para lang may backup. These are just about 500 pesos or less. You can find these in your local computer shops. I've seen this in Electronic Boutique, in Shangri-La. So maghanap lang kayo ng mga computer stores na mayroong Bluetooth remote and it's very, very useful. Aside from that, a really high mAh power bank is very, very useful. So this is useful in charging all your gadgets when you're outside in an event. For example, in charging your phone because you're using your phone to record, or in charging your remote, or your flash, or whatever. So get a high mAh power bank. You can get this from Lazada. It's only about 1,000 pesos less. This one I got for free from Huawei. So if ever you buy your own Huawei P9 or P10, I think they give it for free. You can use that as your backup power when you're out recording. Hey friends! So here's my latest rescue. This is Autumn. He recently came by and sobrang sweet niya sa human. He likes being with people. Ayaw niya pag wala siya nakikitang tao sa bahay. He cries. He's very sweet. Hey Autumn! You guys can follow them through their Instagram account. They have their own Instagram account. That's Tutti the Cat. And it features all of my cats. So, there you go. Now, aside from my cell phones, I also use this Xiaomi Yicam to shoot some of my footages. So I normally bring this during my travels. During my trip in Bohol and Cebu, I've been using this to do my time-lapse and some of the other footages underwater. And this has been very useful. You can buy this also from Marisol online store. I will link them down below. And I got this attachment, which is very useful kasi maganda siya pang, you can put your hand here para safe and then lock it and then shoot your footages. So if you don't like to have your mobile phone and parading it outside, you can buy this Xiaomi Yicam. It's just that wala siyang LCD, so you can't really see yung framing. But for traveling, I think this is very useful because everything is scenic. You don't have to be particular with the framing. And then, aside from the Xiaomi, I also got all these accessories to help me with my footages. So I have this charger. I also got 2 spare batteries, so I have 3. They say that you have a minimum of 3 batteries if you're out doing travel vlogs. I also have this underwater case, which came in free nung binili yung Xiaomi. And then I also have this aluminum case. Depends kung whatever I want to use, but I normally use this plastic casing. And all these other accessories, even this container, binili ko sa Marisol online store. Since they also use Shopee, they ship things for free if it's over 500 pesos. So you can check them out. I will link them down below. And finally, well, this is one of the things that I rarely use, but it comes handy if I am in a very tight situation, like in a very tight space. So I have this black eye lens attachment, which you can put on your phone. I got this from Digital Walker. Meron mga generic na ganito, which comes for a cheaper price. But this one, I've been using, for example, nung nandun ako sa Polarity and medyo maliit yung room, I had this attachment para mas magmukha siyang malaki. So you can use the wide-angle lens, which is this one, and the fisheye lens, which is this one. I rarely use the fisheye lens. I normally use the wide-angle lens kung kailangan ko talaga siya. For all other helpful tips, I normally watch Sean Cannell's videos. If you're not familiar of Think Media TV, that's where I get most of my gadgets from. And in fact, I got this boya because of his recommendation. I also got... I have another one. Oh, I also got the Archon tripod mount because of his channel and this boya lavalier mic. I normally watch his videos every day just to, improve my craft and get more tips. So I will link his channel down below. You can also watch his channel. It's very, very helpful. So there guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you picked up a couple of tips from this video. And don't forget to share with me some comments, or if you have any questions for me on how to start your channel, please leave them down below through comments and I would love to know. I would love to be able to try to help you. And I guess I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!